In this video, we will solve more problems on inequalities. In this example, we want to solve the inequality minus 4x plus 2 divided by 2 minus 3 is less than or equal to 10. So as usual, we write it down. Minus 4x plus 2 divided by 2 minus 3 is less than or equal to 10. So let's just remember that our goal is to find this x. So we want only x at the left hand side. So we start by removing this minus 3. So we have minus 4x plus 2 divided by 2 minus 3. To remove it, we just add plus 3 here, so that we'll get 0. And since we add it at this left hand side, we have to add plus 3 here. So we'll be left with minus 4x plus 2 divided by 2. Here will give us minus 3 plus 3 will give us 0. Is less than 10 plus 3 will give us 13. So now since we want to find x, we also have to multiply both sides by this 2, so that to remove the fraction. So we just say 2 times, I put it in bracket to show that we are multiplying everything in the left hand side. So since we multiply it here, we must multiply it by this side also. 2 times 13. So in this side, 2 will go into 2 just once. So we'll just have 1 times bracket minus 4x plus 2 less than or equal to 2 times 13. This will give us 26. And since we are multiplying by 1, this is just minus 4x plus 2 is less than or equal to 26. So then from here, now we want to remove this 2. To remove it, let's just subtract 2 from both sides. So we'll have minus 4x plus 2. Let's subtract 2 from this side. Then we must subtract it also from this side. 2 minus 2 will give us 0. We'll have minus 4x here. 2 minus 2, 0. Then this is less than 26 minus 2. This will give us 24. So now to find x, we have to divide both sides by minus 4. But in inequality, you have a condition that if you multiply or divide by a negative number, then your inequality will change its direction. So the inequality will change its direction whenever you divide. So here we divide by minus 4x, we are dividing by minus 4. So the inequality, instead of less than or equal to, will change to greater than or equal to. Then 24, we also must divide this side by minus 4. So here minus 4 goes into minus 4 just once. So we'll just have 1x is greater than or equal to 24 divided by minus 4. This is minus 6. So we'll just be left with x is greater than or equal to minus 6. And using the number line, real number line, we can see minus 6 is here. And since it is greater than minus 6, is anything from this minus 6 going up to plus infinity. So I can just write this as x belong to from minus 6 up to infinity. The reason for putting this bracket as the square bracket is because we are having greater than or equal to. That is, it includes minus 6. But if to say we are having just greater than, then I have to put a round bracket like this one at the infinity side. Now, in this example, we want to solve the problem x minus 3 divided by x is greater than 1. I wrote it down just as usual. So our goal is to find this x. So to find it, the first thing to do is we have to remove this denominator. How do we remove it? We have to multiply both sides by x, but we don't know whether x is x greater than 0, that is x positive, or x negative, because x can be anything. So that's why, and we know that if you multiply by negative, if x is less than 0, the sign will change its direction. It will not be less than. So because of this, then we'll just decide, then we can just multiply by x squared, because we know if you have x squared, whether x is negative or positive, it will still be positive. X squared will make it positive. For instance, minus 1 square will be 1, which is positive, and 1 square will be 1, which is also 1. So it is non-negative. So whenever we square a number, it will be non-negative. It cannot be negative. So let's multiply both sides by x squared. So at this side we'll have x squared bracket x minus 3 divided by x. So I'm multiplying this, is greater than 1 times x squared is just x squared. So at this side, then here I'm having x here I'm having x squared. X squared is just x times x. So this one I can just write it x times x, and this x times x, I'm multiplying it by x minus 3 divided by x is greater than x squared. So x goes into, or this x goes into this x just once. So I'll just have 1x bracket x minus 3 is greater than x squared. And 1 times x, it is just x. X minus 3 is greater than x squared. Now the next text is we expand this bracket. So I'll multiply this x times x will give me x squared, this x and this x. Then I multiply x and minus 3 will give us minus 3x is greater than x squared. So so we have a x squared. I'm writing what we have here up here. Minus 3x is greater than x squared. Now we have x squared at both sides. So let's just remove it by subtracting x squared from both sides. So I can just say here, or add minus x squared to both sides, so that this plus x squared will be removed. So add minus x squared, add minus x squared to both sides, on both sides. So we'll have minus x squared in this side plus x squared minus 3x greater than, and here I will still have a minus x squared plus x squared. So here minus x squared plus x squared will just be 0. So we'll just be left with minus 3x. Here will also be 0. So we'll just have is greater than 0. Now to find x, we have to divide both sides by minus 3. So we'll just have a minus 3x divided by minus 3. But remember in our previous example that whenever we divide by a negative number, the sign will change. So this, instead of greater than, will change to less than. 0 divided by minus 3. So then minus 3 goes into minus 3 just once. So we'll just have 1x is less than 0 divided by anything is 0. So 0. So we'll just have x is less than 0. So, and using the number line, we have 0 here. Since x is less than 0, then x is anything from here to minus infinity. So then we can just write this as x belong to minus infinity up to 0. Now if you look at, in this case, I use a rounded bracket because we are having less than. But if to say it's less than or equal to, we'll have a square bracket. And this is because 0 is not included, so we'll just have the rounded bracket.